Multiple sclerosis can be a devastating condition, but those who get diagnosed know it's up to them to turn it into an uplifting situation. And that's exactly what our next guest has done. She's the author of a new book called Dreams, My Journey with MS. Please welcome Kristie Salerno Kent. We're so glad to have you. Welcome to the broadcast.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so first and foremost, tell me about your book and what inspired you to write it.
What inspired me really to write the book was that when I was first diagnosed, I had dreams at a really early age of everything I wanted to do. I wanted to be an actress, a singer, a dancer, a writer, a mother. And I remember while I was studying musical theater at Syracuse University, starting to get my first symptoms of MS, which was issues with balance and walking and coordination in my dance classes.
So that's interesting. You were in those classes and you just noticed some motor issues going on, and that kind of caused some concern. Was there any denial, like I'm okay? Or?
Oh, yes, and that's one of the main reasons why I wrote the book, because I think it really is a story about overcoming denial and how I worked through that by talking with other people, by sharing and not hiding. And so I had used for years my acting experience as ways of hiding some of the symptoms and what I was going through. And I realized that once I started sharing and talking to other people, there was a lot of hope, and I didn't have to give up my dreams. And that's really what the book is about, is overcoming denial, not giving up your dreams, and finding your own personal passion and pursuing it with everything you've got, regardless of a diagnosis like MS.
I love that. And so you had mentioned that you had done some musical theater, right? And so tell me about that. What was it like having to make that transition out of something you love so much?
I feel like it was my path. I thought really there was a question I think a lot of people with MS ask is, why me? And that was a question I asked again and again, why me?
Why not you?
Yeah, exactly. Right? I actually say that in the book.
Well, there you go.
But why not me? And what am I supposed to learn about myself? And how can I incorporate my passion for music and the arts to helping others and also helping myself? And that's
so
exactly
how are you
what I
doing
did.
That now?
Well, I recorded a few years ago a CD called Believe, and I also have written and directed a short documentary film about some of the invisible symptoms of MS. And then, of course, the book, and also my biggest accomplishment, my biggest dream come true is my son and daughter. I have a 1-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son.
Okay, so tell me about what it's like living with MS. What's a day in the life like for you?
Well, MS is, it's a chronic condition, but I have relapsing remitting. So I have good days and bad days. Symptoms come and go. And I think that's the most difficult part, is the uncertainty, the not knowing, how it's going to be one day to the next. But again, pursuing my passion and my love for music, that's what fills me and keeps me driven, and of course my children do. And having a great support system and partnering with your physician and organizations like the National MS Society, it's a great support system, and I want people to know you're not alone.
I love that. Okay, so I know this book is going to help people, and I know you're from Atlanta. Tell me what you're doing here and how that coincides with this book.
Well, the wonderful people at Accord Therapeutics sponsored me to come and be a part of this great event, which is going to be at the Ritz-Carlton, and it's a fundraiser, and it's also just to raise awareness about MS. And so I just, I like to do this across the country and kind of share my personal story a little bit today, and that's what I'm going to be doing at the event.
Will you be able to sing while you're there? Are you singing?
I'm not singing today.
Darn.
I'm sorry, I know. But everyone there will be receiving a copy of the book, and if anyone who can't make it there today would like to read my story, they can download a free copy of it.
Right, and we can put the link up on our website.
Great.
The takeaway from this, what's the one thing you want people to know about living with MS?
Pursue your passion and partner with your physician, your healthcare professionals, your family. My husband has been really instrumental in helping me overcome the denial, and don't let it stop you from making your dreams come true. Your dreams may not be what you originally thought, but you'll be walking down the path you're meant to go down.
That's awesome. How are your kiddos handling all this?
They're so good, and I think it's taught them compassion that maybe an understanding that they wouldn't have had so deeply rooted if it wasn't for what they see me go through sometimes. So they've been amazing, and they're my biggest dream come true.
Oh, that is so awesome. Well, I love this book. I can't wait for everybody else to check it out. And like she said, you can get a free copy. And you can see Kristie later today at the National MS Society's 7th Annual On the Move Luncheon. It's at the Ritz-Carlton in Dallas. For ticket information, head over to thebroadcasttv.com and click on today's links. Up next, we're speaking to author Hill Harper. I can't wait. Live about his new book, Letters to an Incarcerated Brother. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.